Trading in the markets. Get a little comfortable. Alright. So, welcome to trading the markets. So, just wanted to give a quick introduction and review. So, my name is Witchel Joseph, aka Creative Minds. You might know me from one place or another. But I want to speak to you guys a little bit more about my trading journey, specifically. So, when did I first start trading? I first started trading at the end of September 2020. It was the pandemic. The market got slammed and everything was just coming back. So everything I traded basically turned to gold. I had the Midas touch, if you will. So I started trading, and I remember, never forget, September 30th, the first time I turned $30. I bought a $30 contract, and then it sold it back to the market for 60. I was like, there's something here. So then I ended up putting maybe about $100 every 2 weeks into my accounts. And over time, through multiple wins, GameStop was one of my first options. I ended up in 3 months, starting with $100 every 2 weeks. I ended up having $5,000 of equity inside of my trading accounts. Through some stocks. And the funny thing is that I bought stocks twice by accident by exercising my option, and that was the best decision I did when I ended up grabbing Afria. And I bought Afria when it was about $4 or $5 per share. Afria ended up hitting about $30 per share, and I was up about 3,000 at the height of it. But the thing about it, in the beginning, trading was so exciting, and because COVID and everything was so beaten down, everything was basically on the up and up. So all I was doing was buying calls, and I was winning, and I was getting big profits, $1,000 here, a couple of thousand over here. And mind you, I knew nothing, and I did not use a stop loss. So in a couple of months, I had about $7,000, $8,000 inside of my Robinhood account. And it wasn't until later on that I started losing money, right? But it was after the market conditions changed, because basically I was just getting lucky. I can admit, it's very easy to trade in the market where everything is just going up. But once the market stabilized and stopped going up, that's when the skills came to play, and I actually had to learn and earn my stripes. And that's something I really want option traders to realize. So what advice do I have for new traders? So any new trader, I would advise you to pick one stock, one time frame, and one indicator, because what's going to happen is you're going to become the best at that one thing. And I implore everybody to get to know each stock that you trade like members of your family. Know their tendencies, know their ranges, know their highs, know their lows, and also know their outlying movement. So that would be my advice. Also, I'll say trading is not a get rich quick thing. You know what I mean? A lot of people, the money attracts them, but they realize that by focusing on the money, you stunt your growth and your development in learning the skill. When you have a consistent skill, it can pay the bills. You can learn to create an income you can rely on. There's a difference between someone that wins at blackjack versus someone that makes a living playing blackjack, that learns to think in probabilities and can create an income they can rely on. It's two different things, you know. So I would say, if you just took some time, even if you have to trade demo, and just focus on building the skill. It's not about money. It doesn't take money to become a great trader. It takes discipline. And the only way for you to build your discipline is to have a strategy, test it out, and journal the results. The proof is in the pudding. You'll see your results, and you'll know what it is that you need to improve. Because here's the thing: 90% of traders fail, but the reason why that is because it's not so much, it's a fear. right? But it's not a fear of the market. It's a fear that deep down they know that they're a little bit irresponsible. They're a little bit negligent. They're gonna mess it up. And when the time comes in the heat of the moment, they're not gonna do what they said they're gonna do. And there's nothing scarier than that. And until you face yourself and you face your irresponsible self in the mirror and you deal with it and you become intentional, you have to take responsibility for yourself as a trader. You have to take responsibility for yourself. And that's why, in order to become a better trader, you have to become a better person. It goes hand in hand. Any level of discipline in one area transfers over into another area. And this is why my whole focus is to learn to become disciplined, to get on this journey and to actually improve and document and actually take responsibilities to change your results. Because if you keep doing the same thing, that's insanity. You're gonna get the same results. So I really implore you guys, to really take time to come to some of my free classes that I do on Mondays and Tuesdays, even the paid classes Wednesdays, $20 a month, gold tier. Come and learn the skills to pay the bills. And it's not gonna be quick. It's gonna be painful. But if you're serious, if you're hard, you will get in what you put in. You will get out what you put in. And that's why I will do what it takes to become one of the best traders in the world. What do I like to trade? I like to trade stock options. They're my bread and butter. I love the leverage from being able to put in a little bit of money, define risk. If it goes wrong, the most I can lose is what I put in, right? But the uncapped potential of profits off the leverage if it actually does what I think it's gonna do. But the main thing, most people, they approach trading from a winning side. They think about how much can I make. No, you got to think how much can you risk, how much you willing to lose, because you don't control how much money you make. None of us control that. The only thing we control is how much we're willing to risk, how much we're willing to lose. And by managing that tightly and disciplinedly and strictly, we end up making the most out of opportunities that do come our way. So what I can say is, don't trade every day. Every day does not give you the best probabilities. As a matter of fact, most days are against you. So you need to learn to segment and choose when is the best possible time based off your strategies so that you only take the best A+ setups. All right. And that concludes it for now. Definitely pop into my class. And that's it on the trading.